Hey everybody, it's Craig back to here. In this video, we're going to have a closer look at the Tokina 11-20mm F2.8 CF. Now this is the ATX-i, the new improved version, and we're going to have a closer look at how this pairs with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro in regards to video, specifically in this video. Now stick around to hear my thoughts and comments about how this lens works paired with the Blackmagic Cinema K 6K Pro. Also, I tested this lens on the Sony a7S III. Now that's a full frame camera, but I was able to get this to work, and I actually got the autofocus to work on the Sony. I'll tell you how I did that, so stick around for that as well. All right, let's get right into the video. Alright, so here's my thoughts on using the Tokina 11-20mm F2.8 with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. Now, this also can be used for photography, but I'm going to talk specifically about video in this video. So it's an F2.8 aperture, which is great, and it's an APS-C sensor lens, so designed for APS-C sensors, but it works really well with a Super 35 sensor, which is very similar. So no problems with vignetting at 11mm, and it looked great throughout the range from 11 to 20mm. Now, the colors I found to be really nice on this, as well as the contrast and the sharpness. I was impressed. So a lot of the clips that you saw at the beginning of this video, some of them were shot at f2.8, and some were at f4, and then the second half, it was at f4 to f5.6 in that range. And also, I used the different aspect ratio just to give you an idea how wide this can look when you're shooting in 6K on the Blackmagic 6K Pro. Now, I also used this on the Sony using the Sigma MC11 adapter. So this is a Canon EF to Sony adapter made by Sigma. And using this, I was able to get the autofocus to work on the Sony in raw picture mode. Not in video, but in raw picture mode, which surprised me. Now, as far as this lens, the switch between autofocus and manual focus is a little different. On most lenses, you might have a switch. This one just sort of has a ring, and you just push and pull the ring up and down to switch between autofocus and manual focus. I didn't find that an issue. To me, it works fine, and the manual focus works great. So I use the manual focus for the video. I just put it in manual focus. I just sort of tweaked it a little bit, and I found that it worked great. Now, another thing I like about this is that when you zoom in and out, when on a gimbal, the lens doesn't go in and out. So, you know, some lenses, zoom lenses, when you do the little zoomy thing, an official term, the lenses are external with their zooming, so they'll get longer or shorter. Sometimes when you're on a gimbal, that can cause issues if you have everything balanced. So I like the fact that all the zooming is done internally as well as the focusing. And also, too, some wide-angle lenses, when they get to extreme wide, you can't use traditional filters, but with this you can. So I was able to use an 82mm filter thread. So this is a circular polarizer that I already had, and I was able to use that no problem. So if you have ND filters or circular polarizers, if you have 82mm thread, it works perfectly on here. So no issues with that. And like I said, I was able to use the autofocus on the Sony in picture mode. So all you would do on a full frame is to zoom in with a crop mode, or you can do that in post for video or stills. So I thought that was really good as well. So a couple things. Now, the 11 to 20 millimeter on an APS-C sensor, the full frame equivalent would be roughly 17.6 on the widest end, and then 32 when you zoom in. So 17 to 32 if you're used to full frame terms. But a lot of people use the Sigma 18 to 35 on the 6K Pro and the 4K. And so I found this range helpful. It definitely complements that lens, because then you've got the 11 to 18, which sometimes you just have to get wider. And in that case, I think this is a really good buy, because this is at $499 US at the time of this video. And in that price point, I mean, it would be hard to beat this lens. I mean, you've got great color, great sharpness, you've got a great wide range, you've got autofocus. So with the Blackmagic 6K Pro, you have one touch autofocus. And also too, if you have a Canon camera with an APS-C sensor, this would be a great landscape lens, as well as interiors and architecture and astrophotography. So it's not just for video. I was just talking about the video in regards to how it works with the 6K Pro. So anyway, I think it's a great value at $499. If you have any comments or questions about this lens, you can post them in the comments section below. Now, if you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up, helps this video get more views. And if you're not already a subscriber, just hit that subscribe button, and then make sure you hit that bell notification, and then you'll get updates when my next video goes live. So go ahead right now, subscribe, hit that bell, and give me a thumbs up. And again, if you have any comments or questions about the Tokina 11 to 20 millimeter F2.8, let me know in the comment section below. All right, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.